Ignorant parents preferred my adopted brother over me, so 15 years later, I abandoned them. I was 9 when my parents brought home a 7-year-old boy from foster care named Marcus. Within months, our 3-bedroom house felt like it belonged to him alone. My parents said Marcus had a rough start in life and deserved extra support. I tried to understand that at first, but when I turned 16, I asked about the college fund my grandmother left me before she died. My dad went quiet and said we needed to talk. Turns out they'd emptied my $47,000 fund to send Marcus to a private behavioral therapy program in California. He needs it more than you do, my mom said. You're smart enough to get scholarships. Meanwhile, Marcus spent weekends playing Xbox in his renovated bedroom while I worked doubles at Wendy's. I got a 4.2 GPA that year working 2 jobs after school. Marcus barely passed with a 2.1. Northwestern accepted me with partial scholarship, but I'd need $18,000 per year out of pocket. My parents said they couldn't afford it. That same week, they bought Marcus a used BMW 3 Series for his 16th birthday. Cost them $22,000 in cash. I asked my dad directly, where's my college money going? He actually said, Marcus is adjusting well. This car represents stability for him. I remember staring at that BMW in our driveway while I waited for the city bus in the rain. I took the bus to community college and moved into my friend Dev's basement for $200 a month. Worked full-time at Target, took night classes, saved every dollar. My parents called once that first semester asking when I'd visit for Thanksgiving. I told them I had to work. Truth was, I'd started keeping receipts. Every family photo where Marcus got the center spot while I stood at the edge. Every birthday where his gifts cost triple what mine did. Bank statements I'd photographed when Dad left his office unlocked showing Marcus's therapy bills, private school tuition, summer camps. Over $70,000 spent on Marcus in 4 years. $1,800 spent on me total. I kept all of it in a folder labeled evidence. 2 years later, I transferred to a state school 6 hours away with a full scholarship. Graduated debt-free with a degree in finance. Got hired at a wealth management firm in Chicago, making $90,000. Marcus dropped out of community college twice. My parents still supported him financially, paying his rent in Denver while he found himself. I sent exactly one text on my 18th birthday. I'm an adult now. Lose my number. They tried calling for months. I blocked them after the 100th voicemail where my mom sobbed about how ungrateful I was. Fast forward 15 years. I'm 33, making $340,000 as a senior portfolio manager. Own a condo in Lincoln Park. Drive a Tesla Model S. Engaged to an incredible woman named Priya. Then my aunt calls out of nowhere. Your parents need help, she says. Your dad had a stroke. Medical bills are crushing them. They have Marcus, I reply. Long pause. Marcus hasn't spoken to them in 8 years. He's in Nevada somewhere. They don't have his number. She gives me their address in our old hometown. I drive the 4 hours to their house. They're older, smaller somehow. The paint is peeling and the lawn is dead. Dad answers the door in a wheelchair. Mom starts crying immediately. Thank God you came. We knew you'd come through for us. I don't hug them. I sit down at their kitchen table and open my briefcase. I reviewed your situation, I say calmly. Medical debt, second mortgage, credit cards maxed out. Dad nods, hopeful. We need about $180,000. You need about $180,000 to get stable again, I confirm. We knew you'd help us, Mom whispers. You were always the responsible one, the strong one. I pull out my folder, the same one from 18 years ago, now with additional documentation. Here's what I'm willing to do, I say. I'll give you exactly what you gave me. I slide them a check for $1,100. That's the total you spent on me from ages 9 to 18 adjusted for inflation. But we're your parents, Dad stammers. And Marcus? I ask. Where's the son you chose? The one you spent $70,000 on? Mom sobs harder. That was different. He needed us more. I needed you too, I say quietly. I needed you at my high school graduation. You skipped it for Marcus's therapy appointment. We're sorry, Dad pleads. We made mistakes, but I had a stroke. We could lose everything. I stand up and button my jacket. You invested in him, I continue. I'm sure that investment will pay off. After all, you gave him everything. Please, Mom begs. We're desperate. I pause at the door. You were right about one thing, I say. I was smart enough to get scholarships. Smart enough to build a life without you. And smart enough to remember who my real family is. I walk to my car where Priya is waiting. As we drive away, I see them in my rearview mirror, standing in the doorway of their failing house. The same house where they taught me that love has a price, and some investments just don't pay back.